Hello everyone, welcome back to the Animal Crossing Chef Challenge that I'm currently doing. My name is Colleen. If you are new here, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you end up enjoying it, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming episodes of this series. I would really appreciate that. And as you can see, I am just starting out with the new day on my new island Croquette. I have so many plans for this. Yesterday there was a very smart comment saying that I should find the villagers with like food related names, and I absolutely love that idea. I can't really believe that I missed that in the first place. That opportunity, I mean. But anyways, I am definitely going to be doing that. That would be so much fun. So in terms of the not saying yes or no to the villagers, I am going to look for the food-related villagers, but when they're on the island, if they want to come over, if they want to play a game like I mentioned, if they have a thought bubble, I'm just going to make sure that I'm very attentive with my villagers. So hopefully that's a good compromise. And not to give too many spoilers, but because I'm recording in advance, obviously, I did already recruit 2 villagers for my island, and they're definitely not food related, so we'll have to figure that out at some point. But that's fine. We're in for the long haul, like I mentioned. So starting out the day, you can see that I am meeting Blathers. He's talking a lot. This whole dialogue actually with him took a full 2 minutes. Like without being sped up or slowed down or anything. And I was clicking at a pretty consistent pace. Like I wasn't speeding it up just for the sake of the recording, but yeah, it takes an actual like really long time. So as he always does, Blathers gave us the vaulting pole DIY, which means I'm going to need the axe to be crafted first so that I can get some wood. So we're just going to do that as quickly as possible. And like I mentioned in yesterday's video, I am going to speed up some portions of it, but I want to take my time. Like today I'm going to include some of the explanations of the fossils and I think a couple of the fish that or maybe at least one of them anyways, that I donate. Because I genuinely find it interesting, which means I'm probably not the only one, so hopefully the other person who enjoys those explanations will be watching this video. Wow, being extra thorough, I even made a shovel. And as promised, I am showing all of my purchasing. Okay, maybe not all of the purchasing, I just realized that might be a little bit too much, but all of the stuff that I sell, I'm definitely going to keep showing. Just feel like at this stage of the game you have to be so careful with your bells, and I'm totally not. I did end up buying 2 books through the Nook shop, so those will be here tomorrow. Although the flowers I will need regardless because, well, and same with the DIYs of course, but the flowers are needed for that 3 stars. I mean, I know Phoebe isn't food related, but I feel like she could have a really good themed restaurant. I don't know. We'll see. If she doesn't end up wanting to leave, then maybe that's what I'll do. That was actually my other thought, because say if I find like Chatter or something, I could make him like a cheese shop. Which would mean that I would need to... Oh geez. I would need to speedrun Happy Home Paradise so that I could do the inside of the house. But it might be worth it. Just for the sake of just, you know, the entire theme. And I have the amiibo for Chai. Chai could have a tea shop. Oh my gosh. There's too many ideas. But as I've been talking, I've just been collecting some resources, getting the peaches because that's pretty much the only way I'm making money right now, aside from when I want to fish. And then it has to be fish that I don't want to donate, so... So anyways, moving along here, we have to get our DIY, of course, and I'm gonna actually have to remember those every day. So, cross your fingers for me. And then, of course, through all of this, I'm talking to my villagers when I can. I really don't know if I would be able to make Samson's house into a food-related one. I don't know. Like, what kind of foodie would he be? Would it be all like protein shakes or something? All of these peaches. All 47 of them. That's a lot more than I thought I sold, actually. I just cannot wait until I get one of those surprise islands with a different fruit. That is going to be a wonderful day. Stopping by our friend Blathers. We're going to get some information from him, I think. I actually ended up finishing like a full dinosaur today, which is kind of crazy. I'm not saying the name of it because I barely remember. It starts with a D. We'll see it at some point. Do it, Blathers. Give me the information. He's a cutie, you guys. It's all in the eyes. It's all in the eyes. Oh, I guess that makes sense with the name. Okay, I get it. So he was a cutie, but he used it to get his prey. That's kind of messed up. That's a long time ago. I really don't doubt that he treats everything with the utmost dignity, even the bugs. Well, now that I've got my fishing pole, we're going to try to catch some fish for Blathers, maybe some so that we can actually sell them. That would be lovely. But while I do this, I'm just going to play a little bit of music and I will meet you back shortly. Alright, I'm back just in time for some wisdom from Blathers. I hope that everybody is just as excited as I am. A foot in length. That's crazy. But yeah, I actually did know that one already, and it might have been from this game, I'm not sure. But they will grow to the size of their tank, up to a foot, which is wild. As you can see at the end though, I am 11 donations away, and I am also a... let me decide real quick. So an inexperienced clown. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then just making my first custom design. I'm just showing those two things just to show how I'm getting some of my Nook miles because, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm just hoping to pay off my house today. I was going to try to do a little wavy pattern and I gave up so fast. I remembered I was recording and I'm like, I don't feel like cutting out all of this, so. Honestly, not mad. Looks pretty cute. And I know it was in the thumbnail yesterday, and that's okay. So getting to sell my first fish, I actually contemplated that for such a long time, because this was before I had fully hashed out the rules that I was going to play by, and when I ran in there, I'm like, wait, do I actually want to sell this? But then I decided yes, because it's already hard enough. I won't lie, when I first started playing this game, getting these mom letters was just very touchy for me. Unfortunately, I lost my mom almost 10 years ago, so even just a few years ago, getting those was a lot more jarring than it is now. But just know, if you're also in that position, that I completely understand how you're feeling, because same. In that very moment, I decided that I'm not going to be planting any money trees. Because as a chef, am I really able to do that? No. I did keep the 1,000 bells though, obviously. So just running around planting some of the flowers that I bought earlier, which I really didn't buy that many, but... Did I not say protein? I definitely was talking about protein earlier. So now I'm going to find some spots for those oranges because I need the money from them so badly. I also plan to plant as many coconuts as humanly possible so that I can get the money from those too, because I need to have a strategy to this. I don't want to run out of bells. As you could see though while I was talking, just getting a bug or two, doing a little bit of fishing for blathers. I'm really hoping to upgrade that museum as quickly as I can. I don't know why, but that's what my brain is telling me, so that's what I'm gonna do. Absolutely I do. I sadly would not be in here if I didn't. And just like that, we only need 5 donations. Moving pretty quickly. And yes, I haven't shown all of them because it takes so much time. I really wish that earlier on you could just give multiple at a time. And yes, I have enough to pay off my tent. It's actually crazy that the 5,000 miles is for my tent. I know that he says it's for a bunch of other things, but it's for a tent. That's fine. Done and dusted. We are through, and I am upgrading it immediately to a house because I'm going to need the storage, I think. I'm not placing everything all over the island like I did the last time, so I'm going to need some space for it. So just selling the last few things, and then I'm going to move to the next day. Now I'm not going to show the entirety of this day because like I mentioned at the very beginning, it ended up being kind of long. So I will be posting part 2 to this on Sunday. So be sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Again, I would just really, really appreciate it. Thank you. But yet again, we are greeted by Tom Nook. I'm actually kind of excited for Isabelle, I'm not going to lie. I love when she does that little happy head tilt after. And this is the dialogue that I mentioned in the first episode that I don't remember. Him talking about the wetsuit. Like, if you enjoy diving, you might even discover some of our many sea creatures. Like, I don't remember that. Though, I guess it would have been added after 2.0. And when did I start restarting my island? Well, it was before that for sure. So did they add in the dialogue even later? Or is it just a case of me not paying attention? It very well could be that, and that's okay. Now I'm definitely going to have to help out Gulliver. It only dawned on me right now, as I'm recording this voiceover, that I'm not going to be able to sell the things that he gives me. That's okay. It's fine, it's a challenge for a reason, right? Right? I'm sorry, but all of these, these are hilarious. Whoever wrote this is really funny. I know it gets annoying after so many times of having to do it, but I remember the very first time coming across Gulliver, I was overjoyed. I loved the dialogue. It's so good. Like the I don't see a pizza, like, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. But of course, we are putting in work yet again. We're finding all of these pieces for Gulliver, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I realized while I was doing this too, is this their way of making you find manila clams? Because in between the first 2 pieces that I found, I find this. But any other time that you're doing that particular event, I feel like you don't come across a manila clam until after you've found all 5 pieces. I might sound a little bit crazy here, but I swear, that would be pretty genius of them. Like, they set all of this up so that you know to dig up manila clams and that you can actually make something with it. But anyways, I am almost done finding all of the pieces for Gulliver, so we'll get to return those pretty soon. When I was doing this, I kept seeing the most balloons, and I didn't have my slingshot on me. It was so unfortunate. That took me a couple tries too, because Gulliver was in my way, but hey, that's completely fine. He's probably a little bit distraught right now, you know, he's kind of lost on an island, so fair enough. As you can see, we're just finishing up the job here, which means I'm going to be finishing up the episode as well. Like I mentioned, just in a few days I will have episode, well, I guess technically episode 3, but it'll be like part 2 of this adventure that we're watching right now. If you've enjoyed the video, if you wanted to like it, I would really appreciate that too. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope that everyone has a wonderful day.